What is Consumer 411? Consumer 411 is a show dedicated to you, the consumer. We bring you information about companies, products, and services available to you. Welcome to Consumer 411. Hi, I'm Cheryl Thacker. Let's see what's on today's show. Honesty above reproach. It's Avery Air Conditioning's slogan and belief. We'll show you why. They're dependable, honest, and show up on time. Unheard of? Well, not for capital improvements. We have an electric company you're gonna love. Yes, we're talking about Harton Electric. They invented the original dimmer switch. Wait till you see what they offer now. Lutron lighting. Columns for your home? Fiberglass or wood? Crown Columns shows us how they're made. Put foam on your walls and dollars in your pocket with Dow styrofoam insulation. And finally, Therma-Tru shows us the best in fiberglass doors. Each week on Consumer 411, we generally show you a variety of categories, but not this week. This week we're going to stick to one, your home. As the owner of the show, it is extremely important to me that the companies that we present to you actually follow through with everything they say they're going to do when they appear on Consumer 411. I am bringing all of this to your attention because the segments that you're about to see this week have not only been checked out, but have extremely impressed us. Take a look at Avery and you'll see what I mean.
Avery started in 1958. We have since become the largest air conditioning heating company in DFW. There's three things I do to keep my bills down in my house, which I never had a $200 bill until this year. My house is 2,500 square feet. I keep it 71 degrees, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the summertime. There's three things you have to do. You have to have a 2-speed air conditioning system with a variable speed furnace. You have to have windows. I use I had my windows replaced with high-efficient windows. Then you have to have a good radiant barrier, and you need insulation in your attic. I have 22 inches of insulation in my attic. Air conditioner is one of the most neglected pieces of equipment on the face of this earth. Out of sight, out of mind. Very important that you have your unit serviced. It will give you lower bills. It will extend the life of the unit. It will protect you from carbon monoxide. You can have years and years of good service out of a system if you have it maintained. Biggest problem with air conditioning installs is this, and this is tremendous. Almost 100% of the furnaces that are in the attic produce drastically less than what they're designed to produce. The reason they do this is because of improper installation, improper maintenance. Then you have people who have bid the job for nothing. They take shortcuts. Cheap is not cheap. Even the richest people on earth cannot afford cheap. Our technicians, when they come to your house, are not there to sell you a piece of equipment. Our guys are there to give you truthful assessment of what's wrong with your system, and we will make recommendations as to the repairs that you need.
Avery technicians are trained not to sell, they're trained to fix things. If you find yourself with your air conditioning not working, the last thing you need or want is to be upsold some fancy air conditioning system. Our technician's job is to fix things, get you up and running, and give you all your options. It's easier to make a decision on what your options are and which way you want to go when you get your first problem fixed. And the priority then is getting air conditioning to you that night when you call.
Avery has a preventative maintenance program that will service you in the fall and also in the spring. And we make it affordable so that there's no excuse for you not to do it.
A lot of times you don't need to replace your system. It's common that a few simple repairs, proper maintenance will allow you to keep your system for years to come. That, in conjunction with radiant barrier, insulation, replacement windows, you can keep your current system and still lower your electric bills.
Honesty above reproach. You know, we go, no matter what it takes for us to get it done, we're going to get it done the right way. You know, we're not just going to leave you hanging.
This is the greatest tip that you'll ever get, and I'll live by what I'm fixing to tell you. 5% utility rise is caused when you get dust on the condenser outside. Now quickly, very quickly, a unit not only will have dust to collect on the condenser, but then cottonwood, lint, spider webs, all kinds of dust, so that in just a few months in most areas in DFW, your unit will give you not a 5% raise, but a 30% raise, 20% raise, 50% raise above where they should have been. The thing that separates Avery from other people is this. We advertise honesty above reproach. Try us, you may wish you had, and we live by it.
Capital Improvements is the next company we're going to present to you. They are not only honest, but they're trustworthy, they show up on time, and they've done work in my home. You'll be impressed.
I started Capital Improvements 10 years ago. Had a little bit different philosophies about how I thought remodeling should take place. We try to take a master plan approach to the remodeling process, so we bring in our architects and designers and do kind of a master plan. Even if a homeowner just wants to implement a portion of it, right now it makes more sense to do the master design so that you're not coming in a year or two later and having to tear out portions of the project that you just did a couple years prior because you didn't think through the entire scope of what you want to do to the house.
I love what I do. I love the concept of taking someone's dream and making it a reality. I love the client interaction and walking my client through and watching their eyes light up when the tile in the master bathroom's done, when the hardwood floors go down, when the granite countertops come in. They're like kids in a candy store. It's always very new and very refreshing. And it's to get to be a part of someone's life at possibly the happiest moments of their life. I mean, this is an investment, and this is and we realize that this is something that they've spent a lot of time and will spend a lot of time paying for, living in, making it real. I want to make sure every morning when they get up that they love what they've done. They love their finished project. They love the experience. I mean, those are important things to me and to our company.
With years of experience, we've come to understand that a lot of times homeowners have ideas about what they think they want to do to their house, but that's not necessarily their expertise. So they rely on us to listen to what their needs are, what their end goal is, and then we come back and present maybe some different ideas that they haven't even thought about, considered, and that happens quite often. Capital Improvements really focuses on major whole house renovations. We do major room additions, we do home theaters, luxury master bath and bedroom suites, kitchens, all of that. That's what we excel at. Every project that we take on, we are under the mindset that this is a potential award-winning project, and I think it really flows into everybody that's working on the team and working on the project. They put everything they can into the project to make it the best that it could be.
It's very personal, and you've got to have personalities and go the extra mile to make sure that they feel safe, that they know that you have their best interest in mind. When you can go through a process where we've completely torn up their home, which is our most personal possessions, and you've torn all that out, and then you put it all back together, and for them to say, you know what, that was absolutely the best thing, and they say, I love the experience. That is the ultimate compliment for us.
Harton Electric. You need an electrician who's responsible, who's trustworthy, and who really follows through for you? Here they are.
At Harton Electric, we've been in Dallas since 1999. We do a little bit of everything, residential remodels, new construction, service work, industrial, commercial. That way we can help everybody. I require a lot out of my guys. We've seen a lot of changes through the 10 years that we've been in business. The biggest thing I think I've seen as we got bigger, the competitors haven't changed. They don't offer anymore. The only thing that's changed with them is possibly their rates. What we try to do with the customer is make them feel at ease, bring our expertise in as either lighting design, plug spacing to bring things up to code, and then we will take care of all the permit issues. Hart & Electric will take care of all that so that the customer doesn't have to worry about any of the hassles with the city. We strive on customer satisfaction at affordable rates. We get a lot of jobs where we're the last electrician that shows up. Maybe 3 or 4 showed up before us, couldn't fix the problem, and we come in, we diagnose it, repair it, and we're down the road to the next service call. When Hart & Electric receives the phone call, we try to make the appointment with the customer as soon as possible because we understand that some of the problems can be very dangerous. And we'd like to get them back up and running and repaired so that we don't get a phone call in the future for a bigger job because they didn't get that smaller job fixed.
Hart & Electric realizes that your time is valuable, so they make scheduling an appointment as convenient as possible. Simply call Hart & Electric at 214-575-7171 or log on to hartandelectricinc.com and fill out the schedule an appointment form.
I like the challenges that it brings at times, the satisfaction that's on our customers' faces when we leave, and the phone calls they make after we're gone to spread our name around. I love it.
Would you like to have your company product or service featured on Consumer 411? Send me an email at cheryl@consumer411tv.com.
I'm Ray, owner of Avery Air Conditioning. These are the slowest months for air conditioning contractors, but my bills never stop and I must keep my men busy. So I will sell you the system of your choice, and all I ask to cover is the cost of the equipment, overhead, and labor with no profit built in. We have a limited number of systems in stock, and when they're gone, it's over. Avery Air Conditioning, giving you honesty above reproach since 1958. Try us, you may wish you had.
If you are looking for some lighting for your home, they did lighting in my home. It's Lutron Lighting.
Lutron is the world leader in lighting control for both natural light, which is sunlight, and also electric light. Back in 1961, the owner and operator of Lutron invented the first dimmer. That rotary dimmer that everyone sees in their dining room is the first product we ever invented. And now we make 10,000 different lighting control products. And those lighting control products can be for just one zone of light or one chandelier maybe in the foyer area, or we have systems that can control your entire house, where you press one button at night and certain lights turn off, maybe your porch light turns on, and maybe your shades shut, because that's the other thing that Lutron does. We manufacture motorized shades. Probably one of the things I love the most about this company is that they're constantly innovating and coming out with new products. In the past, it was very hard to retrofit large residences with a lighting control system. And now we have the ability to control all the light in the house. One of my favorite products is our Radio Raw system. It's a whole home lighting control system that is completely retrofittable, wires in exactly like a standard light switch would, but the neat thing about it is that it's got wireless technology built into the dimmers, so that from a bedside keypad, I can press a button and control one of the lights or all of the lights in the house. Say I'm lying in bed and it's 2 a.m. and I hear a noise in the night. From that bedside tabletop keypad, I can press an all-on button, turn all the lights in the house to 100%, and hopefully scare off the intruder. So few people know all of the really neat things that you can do with lighting control. I mean, there's still people today that don't know that dimmers save energy and they make the light bulbs last longer. A lot of people don't know that, I can turn my lights on from my car and not have to walk into a dark house. They don't know that they can motorize their shades and that they can do them completely silently. We've got wall box dimmers that come in 27 colors. I mean, we want to be able to match and blend and coordinate with all the finishes in the house. So if you've got granite countertop, not only will we make the dimmer that will blend with that granite, but we'll also make the receptacles, the cable jacks, the phone jacks. So I've seen a lot of things with the technology side of the products and a lot of things with the aesthetics of the product.